First up, Django. This is the heavyweight champion of Python frameworks. When people say Django is batteries included, they mean it literally comes with everything you could possibly need. We're talking a powerful ORM that handles your database, a built-in admin panel that's actually good, authentication systems, form handling, security features, the whole nine yards. Companies like Instagram and Spotify run on Django, so you know it can handle serious scale. If you're building a full-featured web application and you don't want to spend weeks gluing together 20 different libraries, Django is your friend. It's opinionated? Sure, but that's actually the point. Now let's flip to the complete opposite end of the spectrum with Flask. Flask is Django's chill younger sibling. It's what we call a micro-framework, meaning it gives you the absolute basics and then gets completely out of your way. Want an ORM? Cool. Add SQL Alchemy. Need authentication? There's Flask Login for that. Want to send emails? Flask Mail exists. The entire framework is built around extensions, and there are hundreds of them. This is perfect when you want total control over every single piece of your application, or when you're building something relatively small that doesn't need Django's overhead. Think of it like this. Django is a pre-built castle with all the rooms already designed. Flask is a pile of Lego blocks where you build exactly what you need and nothing more. But if we're talking about modern frameworks, we have to talk about FastAPI. This thing is absolutely blowing up right now, and for good reason. FastAPI is built on async Python, which means it can handle multiple requests at the same time instead of waiting for each one to finish. This makes it stupid fast, like genuinely one of the fastest Python frameworks out there. But speed isn't even the coolest part. You write your code with type hints, which you should be doing anyway, and FastAPI automatically generates interactive API documentation for you. Companies like Netflix and Uber are using it. If you're building Python APIs in 2026 and beyond, this is probably your best bet. It's essentially Flask, but with superpowers, async capabilities, automatic validation, and all the modern features you actually want. Next up is Pyramid. This one is interesting because it takes a different approach entirely. Pyramid doesn't force opinions on you like Django does, but it also has more structure than Flask when you need it. It's incredibly flexible and can scale from a tiny application to something massive without requiring a complete rewrite. Mozilla uses Pyramid for some of their projects. Think of it as the professional choice for experienced developers who know they might need to scale, but want the freedom to architect things their way. It's not the most popular framework, but it's powerful and mature, and that matters when you're building something serious. Tornado. Tornado is all about real-time capabilities. This framework was originally built at FriendFeed, which Facebook acquired, and it was designed specifically for handling thousands of simultaneous connections. We're talking real-time chat applications, live dashboards, streaming data, WebSockets, anything that needs to maintain persistent connections. It uses non-blocking I/O, which means it doesn't sit around waiting for operations to complete. If you're building anything that involves real-time updates or needs to handle a massive number of concurrent users, Tornado has been solving this problem since before async Python was even mainstream. Before we move to the second half of the list, I want to show you something pretty cool. It's Codecrafters, today's sponsor. They are the most rated GitHub repo, and that's for a good reason. Their platform gives you access to unique projects that will help you stand out from the competition without the clown shoes and nose. Want to build an HTTP or DNS server from scratch? Check. Hell, you can even craft your own version of Git, all while others are still struggling to center that annoying div in their to-do app. You can start some projects free of charge, and if you use my link in the description, you can get yourself a whopping 40% off, so hurry up. Sanic. Sanic is basically the speed demon of Python frameworks. Sanic takes Flask's simple, intuitive syntax and makes it async, resulting in performance that's legitimately impressive. Benchmarks show that it's the fastest framework so far in terms of handling requests. If you already know Flask but need async performance and don't want FastAPI's additional features and complexity, Sanic is perfect. It's straightforward, it's fast, and it's all about maximizing throughput. Bottle. Here's where things get wild. Bottle is a single-file framework with literally zero dependencies. The entire framework is 4,583 lines of Python code in one file. You can copy and paste the entire thing into your project if you want. This makes it absolutely perfect for tiny microservices, quick prototypes, learning how frameworks actually work under the hood, or situations where you can't install dependencies. Is it going to power the next Instagram? Probably not. Falcon. Falcon takes a laser-focused approach and does one thing really well, building REST APIs. It has almost zero overhead and minimal abstraction, which makes it incredibly fast. LinkedIn and OpenStack use Falcon in production. Unlike FastAPI with its automatic documentation and validation magic, Falcon is more bare bones. It gives you the tools and gets out of your way completely. If you know exactly what you're building, understand REST principles deeply, and want pure performance without any framework magic, Falcon is your framework. CherryPy. CherryPy is the grandfather of this entire list. It's been around since 2002, making it one of the oldest Python web frameworks still actively maintained. What makes CherryPy interesting is that it's minimalist but completely self-sufficient. It comes with its own production-ready web server, so you don't even need to set up Nginx or Apache separately, and everything is object-oriented. Finally, Starlet. Starlet is actually the foundation that FastAPI is built on. Starlet is an ASGI, or Asynchronous Server Gateway Interface framework, and if you don't know what ASGI is, it's basically the modern async-capable replacement for WSGI, which is what Flask and Django use. Starlet is lightweight but incredibly powerful. It has WebSockets, background tasks, all the async goodness you'd want. The question is, why would you use this instead of FastAPI? Well, Starlet gives you more control and less magic. If you want FastAPI's performance and async capabilities, but prefer to build things at a slightly lower level without all the automatic validation and documentation generation, Starlet is the foundation you want to build on. So there you have it, every major Python web framework. If you think I missed any other framework worth mentioning, let me know in the comments. This was Codehead with yet another tech rant. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. Lights out.